Welcome back everyone, Mudford here. Today we're doing just a little bit of work on Jeremiah's quad. It's winter now, so we're just doing some off-season work on it. If you notice the front end on it, and maybe you've noticed in my other videos, the tops of the tires are in, so she's got a little bit of camber. It's more than I want. I see some of the motocross racers like to run their quads like that, but I'm going to try to get it back up. The wheels as close to straight up and down as I can. It is winter here in Michigan, so you can probably hear the drone from the fan on my wood stove, but it's pretty cold out, so I need to keep this garage warm while I'm working on it. The only thing we've done so far is I had Jeremiah take the front plastic off of it so we could get to the shocks. Once I get the top shock bolts out and get them out of the way, I'm going to cut these brackets off that I added on here, and then I'm going to weld a piece of this metal on that sticks out further, and then I'm going to re-weld these brackets onto this, and that's going to kick the shock out, and it should stand the tire up a little bit more. This piece of metal, it's 1.5 inches wide. Gonna have to center it on here and cut some reliefs out for the frame there, but then I'm going to clamp it on and see how the shocks need to be. I'll probably end up trimming some of the end off to get it where I need it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and mark where I need to notch it. Got things mocked up. I think this is the way I want it. strong enough, but I am going to go ahead and weld the bottoms and then the backside also. I'm not really the best welder, so anything I can do to get my welding at a better angle I'll do. That's why I lifted this up with the chain fall, just to make it so I could get in there with the welder a little bit easier and a little bit better angle. Okay, now I got the back end lifted up. Give me a little bit better angle on this weld. Okay, now I'm just going to grab the other side. What I need to do now is make some new brackets like these, because I cut these a little short when I took them off. The new ones are going to mount something like this. And then the shock will go right in there. And then I'm just going to put a nut on the back side. So now I'm going to drill the holes where the top shock mount is going to go. I think we're going to want it somewhere right in here. So I got the holes drilled out, bolts put through, and the shock's in place right where they're going to go. Here's the stance we're going to have now. Looks like the tires are pretty close to straight up and down. Go ahead and bend and cut the other piece for the upper mounts now. Okay, I got the left side bracket just about done. It's a lot beefier than the stock bracket. I did it out with something like this, and then I trimmed it down to the size I needed. This was just a piece of flat stock that I heated and bent at a 90. So I got it down to the size I wanted, and then chamfered the edges and welded it on here. And actually then I cut this side even to the other side, and then notched the corner because of the angle of the shock. Now I just need to drill the hole through. I've got it through the back one, and then this will be done. But I have decided now, since I got plenty of room over here, I'm going to weld a piece of scrap that I have of this right on here, just to beef this up even more. Got the bracket reinforced and drilled out. Should be pretty strong. Pretty happy with the way it turned out. There we go, there's the finished project. That looks pretty good to me. Doing a lot more grinding, maybe because I'm not that good of a welder, but I think it looks pretty nice. So all the plastic's back on now, the upper. So very conveniently today the wheel adapters came. So we're going to be able to get rid of these wheels and tires and get a little bit bigger ones, a little bit bigger and just an all-around better tire for it. A huge shout out to Diamond J Customs. It was about 5 o'clock on Friday when I realized that they had messed up the plates in my kit, and I sent them an email and let them know, and they got right back with me
within an hour or two and told me they would ship the correct plate out first thing Saturday morning. And sure enough, I received the plate on Monday. So you can see there's a bolt hexagonal hole here, and there's another one that's sticking out a little further. This would be the 4x156. This is the 4x144, which is what we're going to be using. So I went ahead and put all 4 of the bolts down in. The next thing you need is the plate with the holes on the outside. The outer hole here would line up with your bolt if you were using the 156 hole, but we're using the 144 hole, so that's going to be these ones. So we just get them lined up. Slide them together like that, and you're going to want to do that and make these holes, 3 holes, line up here. This one, so they're the same size hole, this one, and this one. That is where your wheel studs on your LT80 are going to go. So it's just going to set just like that, and it's not centered right now, which is fine. These have shoulders on them, and they are what's going to center the adapter. You can see with the adapter on like that, it's not going to, the wheel isn't going to fit flush because of the nut sticking out here on the old studs. So you have one more ring to put on. And that's just going to give you a flush fit for your new wheel. That's all there is to it.
We had been running these wheel spacers in the rear. These just screw onto the existing stud, and then your wheel slides on out here. And these are 2.5 inches wider, so it gives you 5 inches for the whole quad. I really don't like these that much. They seem to be a little wobbly. So we've decided to upgrade to this style this year. These are similar to the other style. You do get a new extended stud like this where it screws right onto your old wheel stud. The difference is then this piece goes on over and it holds the studs where they need to be. So hopefully it'll keep it from wobbling and just make it a little bit stronger. So that's what we've done with this side. And what I've also done is I've flipped the rim the other way, and it does put your valve stem on the inside, which is no big deal. You got plenty of access to add air, and it doesn't hit anything. But it gives, the offset is different, and it pushes the wheel out more, which gives you even more width, which is what we really Here's want. How it sets with the stock wheel, stock offset, with the wheel on the correct way, with no spacer. You can see it's way narrower. So this should make it a lot more stable. And our front is going to be a lot wider also, and will be a lot more stable. Okay, we got the LT80 all set up. I think this is how he's going to race it this year. I like the look of it a lot. Those are the new wheels and tires we got for it. They're the Maxxis Razor MX 18x610s. Aluminum wheels. Nice on there. Gonna handle a lot better now for next season. Only thing I gotta do now that I got the tires I want on it, I'm gonna do a quick alignment on it. Make sure the handlebars are straight and I don't have too much toe on it. And I think he's gonna be all set to race this year. We've already got a line from the coworker that I bought these wheels from. He's probably gonna be getting a custom race quad for 2020 season. It's gonna be about the same cubic centimeter, but this is going to be a CR80 engine on it, so it's going to have gearing. It's going to be a Lone Star racing frame, much wider stance on it, a lot more high performance parts,
It's going to have, I believe they're stage 5, I could be wrong, Elka shocks on it, and should be way, way faster than this quad. So first we're going to have him run last season with this quad and hopefully gain some more skills that he's going to need for the faster quad. We'll be buying that other one this season, get him some seat time on it so he'll be ready to race on it.